The goal is not just to live longer. The real goal is to stay independent, to do your own shopping, drive your own car, and take care of yourself every day. Imagine waking up 10 years from now, still able to walk confidently into the grocery store, lift a bag of produce, and enjoy the simple freedom of moving without help. That is what true health means after 60, but there is a challenge we cannot ignore. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention reports that stroke remains one of the leading causes of long-term disability among American adults. A single event can change everything, turning an active life into one that depends on others for even the simplest daily tasks. The World Health Organization warns that 1 in 4 people worldwide will experience a stroke in their lifetime. For adults over 60, the risk rises even higher because blood vessels lose flexibility and the body struggles more to regulate blood pressure. That is why the choices we make today matter so much. Every habit, how we move, how we breathe, how we care for our heart, can shape whether we remain free or dependent in the years ahead. Number 1. Bending forward. Too quickly. We all bend forward every day, to pick something up from the floor, to tie our shoes, to reach for a grocery bag. It feels harmless, just a normal part of life. But after 60, the way our body reacts to that movement changes. When you bend down and then stand up quickly, your blood pressure can suddenly drop. Doctors call this orthostatic hypotension. In simple words, your brain doesn't get enough blood for a few seconds. That's why you may feel dizzy, lightheaded, or see your vision go blurry. According to research published in Science Direct, this kind of blood pressure drop is one of the most common reasons older adults feel unsteady. And the danger goes beyond just dizziness. The CDC reports that 1 in 4 older Americans experiences a fall each year. Falls are not small accidents at this age. They can lead to broken bones, weeks in the hospital, or even the loss of independence. A single dizzy spell while bending forward could change your future more than you think. So what's the safer choice? Here's the swap. Chair, support, breathe, stand slow. Instead of bending all the way down from your waist, lower yourself onto a chair first. This brings you closer to the ground without putting so much pressure on your blood vessels. If you do need to reach down, place one hand on something solid, a table, a countertop, or even your own knee to give yourself balance. As you rise, remember to breathe out. Holding your breath makes it harder for blood to flow smoothly and only increases the strain. And finally, take your time. Give your body a few seconds to adjust before standing fully upright. It may feel like a small change, but it protects your brain, your heart, and your balance. Every time you bend forward, think chair, support, breathe, stand slow. It's a simple habit, completely free, and it could keep you steady on your feet for years to come. Because independence isn't about avoiding movement, it's about moving wisely. So you stay strong, safe, and free to live life on your own terms. Number 2. Inversion, head lower than the heart. Some exercises or stretches ask us to bend so far that our head drops lower than our chest. Think of a deep forward fold, or even trying to touch your toes while standing. For younger bodies, this may feel like a good stretch, but after 60, this movement can place more stress on the brain and circulation than most people realize. When the head is below the heart, blood has to rush upward against gravity. That sudden shift can reduce the smooth flow of oxygen to the brain. At the same time, it can raise the pressure inside the head, which experts call intracranial pressure. The result is not relaxation, it's risk. Research supported by the National Institutes of Health has looked at yoga and brain health. They found that certain postures are safe and even beneficial, but full inversions can create unnecessary strain, especially for older adults with blood pressure concerns. And here's the key. High pressure inside the head may not give an immediate warning sign. You may not feel pain in the moment, but over time, repeated stress on fragile blood vessels can increase the chance of dizziness, headaches, or even more serious complications. So, what's the better choice? You don't have to give up stretching or yoga. Instead, swap the position. Try gentle chair yoga. Sit comfortably, keep your spine upright, and move in ways that bring flexibility without forcing the head below the chest. Another option is to keep your head level, or, at most, slightly tilted, instead of dropping it toward the ground. This way, you still get the benefit of movement, but without the sudden rush of pressure inside the brain. Remember, the goal is not to avoid exercise. The goal is to choose movements that support your independence. So the next time you stretch, think, keep your head in line, use the chair, and breathe steadily. Small adjustments like this may protect not only your balance, but also your ability to enjoy movement for years to come. Because staying independent is not about doing the hardest pose. It's about finding the smartest version that keeps you safe, strong, and free. Number 3, lifting heavy while holding your breath. We all have moments when we need to lift something heavy. A grocery bag filled with milk and canned food, a box from the garage, even a piece of furniture that needs to be moved just a little. But here's the hidden danger: the way we breathe when we lift. Many people instinctively hold their breath and strain as they pick something up. It feels natural, like bracing the body for strength. But holding your breath while lifting puts sudden, intense pressure on your heart and blood vessels. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention remind us that high blood pressure is the #1 risk factor for stroke, and that quick spike, created by straining and holding your breath, can be enough to stress or even rupture the tiny, delicate vessels in the brain. You may not feel it immediately, but over time, this pattern weakens circulation and increases the chance of serious events. So how do we stay strong and safe? Here's the simple swap. Divide the load, breathe out as you lift, and use tools instead of pure muscle whenever possible. Start by splitting heavy bags into smaller ones. 2 lighter loads are far safer than 1 oversized weight. When you do lift, focus on exhaling slowly as you rise. Breathing out releases the pressure inside your chest, keeping blood flowing more evenly to your brain. And whenever you can, reach for a cart, a dolly, or even a rolling suitcase instead of carrying everything by hand. These tools don't make you weaker, they make you smarter, because they protect your heart and your independence. Remember, strength is not about forcing your body to do more than it should. True strength at this stage of life is about protecting your health so you can keep doing the things you love. So the next time you need to lift, think, lighten the load, breathe out, and roll instead of carry. That simple choice could keep your blood pressure steady and your future in your own hands. Number 4, standing up too fast. It happens to all of us. You've been sitting for a while, maybe watching TV, reading, or enjoying a meal, and then you suddenly stand up. In that instant, the room spins, your vision blurs, or your knees feel weak. This is more than just a nuisance. It's called orthostatic hypotension, a sudden drop in blood pressure when you change position too quickly. Science Direct reviews show that this condition becomes more common as we age because blood vessels don't tighten fast enough to keep blood flowing steadily to the brain. The result is dizziness, loss of balance, and sometimes even fainting. And the biggest risk here is falling. For adults over 60, a fall is not just a stumble. The CDC reports that falls are a leading cause of serious injuries among older Americans, from broken hips to long hospital stays. One dizzy spell while standing up too fast could mean months of recovery or even losing the ability to live independently. But the good news is, This risk is easy to reduce with a simple habit. Think of the swap. Pause, press, breathe. When you're ready to get up, don't rush. First, slide to the edge of the chair or bed. Pause for 3 seconds to let your body adjust. Next, press one hand firmly on the armrest, a table, or your own knee to steady yourself. Then take a slow breath out as you rise. That steady exhale helps your blood flow remain even as your body changes position. Finally, stand fully upright only after you feel stable. This entire process takes less than 10 seconds, yet it can prevent dizziness, protect your balance, and keep you on your feet. Remember, independence isn't about moving fast, it's about moving wisely so you can stay strong, steady, and free in your daily life. So the next time you stand up, repeat it in your mind. Pause, press, breathe. That small pause could save you from a dangerous fall and preserve your independence for years to come. Number 5. Walking in hot or humid weather. Many of us love a good walk. It keeps the body moving, clears the mind, and helps maintain independence. But when the weather turns hot and humid, that same walk can quietly place extra stress on the body. Here's why. As temperature rises, the body sweats to stay cool. That sweat is mostly water and essential minerals leaving the body. If we don't replace those fluids, the blood becomes thicker. Physiologists writing in PubMed Central explain that dehydration makes it harder for blood to flow smoothly to the brain. Thicker blood means less oxygen reaching brain tissue. At the same time, high heat causes blood vessels to expand, lowering blood pressure. This dangerous combination, thicker blood with lower pressure, increases the risk of dizziness, fainting, or even a stroke. And often, the warning signs are subtle. You might notice a dry mouth, a light headache, or a little spinning in your vision. But if ignored, those signals can lead to a sudden collapse. So what's the safer approach? Think of this simple swap. Go out earlier, drink water first, and pay attention to small signals. Plan your walk in the morning when the air is cooler and humidity is lower. Before stepping outside, drink 1 or 2 cups of water to give your body a head start. Carry a small bottle with you if the walk is longer than 15 minutes. And most importantly, listen to your body. If you feel dry in the mouth, lightheaded, or unusually tired, that is your cue to stop, rest, and rehydrate. These adjustments cost nothing, but they can protect your brain, your balance, and your independence. Walking is still one of the best exercises for older adults. The key is doing it wisely, with water in your system, a cooler time of day, and awareness of how your body feels. That way, your walk remains a source of strength, not a hidden risk. Because independence is not just about moving forward, it's about moving safely, so you can keep enjoying those walks for years to come. Number 6. Neck circles or jerky twists. When our neck feels stiff, the natural response is to roll it in a big circle. It feels like a stretch, and many of us have been doing it for years. But here's the hidden problem. Those deep, fast circles can put pressure on delicate blood vessels in the neck. The arteries that run through the spine, called vertebral arteries, carry blood directly to the brain. When the neck is twisted sharply or rolled too far, those arteries can be pinched or stretched. Research published in PubMed Central warns that aggressive cervical manipulation has been linked to temporary reductions in blood flow to the brain, what doctors call transient ischemia. In plain words, it means parts of your brain don't get enough oxygen for a few seconds. The warning signs may include sudden dizziness, blurred vision, or a strange feeling of imbalance. And while these symptoms can pass quickly, the danger is real. Over time, repeated stress on these blood vessels may raise the risk of serious complications. So what's the safer choice? You don't need to give up stretching your neck. Instead, Change the way you move. Swap big circles for gentle, linear motions. Turn your head slowly to the left, pause, then back to the right. Lift your chin slightly upward, then lower it gently toward your chest. Each movement should be smooth, steady, and within a comfortable range, never forced or jerky. This style of stretching keeps the neck flexible without placing stress on sensitive arteries. It also helps release muscle tension in a safer, more controlled way. And here's a simple reminder. Your neck is not designed to spin like a wheel. It's designed for gentle, supportive motion that keeps your brain well supplied with blood. So the next time your neck feels tight, think side to side, up and down. No circles, no snaps. That small adjustment can protect not only your balance, but also your long-term independence. Because independence is not just about keeping the body strong. It's also about protecting the flow of oxygen to the brain so you stay sharp, steady, and ready to live life on your own terms. Number 7. High-intensity interval training, HIIT. You've probably heard the term HIIT, short bursts of very intense exercise followed by rest. It's popular in gyms, on fitness videos, and even promoted as a quick way to burn calories. But here's the concern. What works for a 25-year-old body may not be safe for someone over 60. When you push to maximum effort in just a few seconds, your heart rate and blood pressure can spike sharply. For younger arteries, that pressure may be manageable. But as we age, blood vessels lose some of their natural flexibility. They don't expand and contract as smoothly as before. That means sudden surges put more stress on the heart and on the small vessels feeding the brain. The American College of Sports Medicine notes that, for older adults, steady, moderate activity is safer and often more effective for long-term health. And here's another point. HIIT often encourages people to skip warm-ups and cool-downs in favor of speed. That can leave muscles tight, balance unsteady, and circulation unstable. So what's the smarter swap? Think of rhythm instead of intensity. Choose a steady pace you can maintain comfortably, like walking for 15 to 30 minutes each day. Before you start, warm up for 5 to 10 minutes with gentle stretches or slow marching in place. After your walk, take a few minutes to stretch your legs, shoulders, and back. This routine supports heart health, improves circulation, and builds endurance without the sudden spikes that place you at risk. It may not sound as flashy as high intensity, but consistency is where the real results come from. And here's the truth. Independence isn't built in 30 seconds of extreme effort. It's built in the daily habit of moving wisely, protecting your heart, and keeping your brain well supplied with oxygen. So the next time you think about exercise, remind yourself, steady steps, gentle warm-ups, slow stretches. That is the formula that helps you stay strong, balanced, and free to live life on your own terms. Connection. We've now walked through 7 simple swaps. Each one may seem small on its own, but together they create a powerful shield for your independence. The best part? None of them cost money. You don't need fancy equipment, a personal trainer, or expensive supplements. All you need is awareness and a willingness to change how you move. These swaps are easy. They fit into the routines you already have every single day. Sitting down before bending, exhaling when lifting, taking 3 seconds before standing, drinking water before a walk. Each one is simple enough to remember, yet strong enough to protect your brain and your balance. And the science is clear. The World Health Organization reminds us that stroke is one of the leading causes of disability worldwide. The CDC confirms that high blood pressure and poor circulation are the #1 triggers. By practicing these small adjustments, you help blood flow smoothly to the brain. That means fewer sudden drops, fewer shocks to the arteries, and more steady oxygen where it's needed most. And what does that really give you? It gives you the freedom to think clearly, to walk confidently, and to care for yourself without depending on others. Independence is not about doing extreme workouts. It's not about proving strength to anyone else. It's about protecting your ability to live life on your own terms, to shop, drive, laugh with family, and enjoy the everyday moments that make life meaningful. So the next time you catch yourself rushing, straining, or pushing too hard, pause and remember, there is always a smarter way. These swaps are not restrictions. They are tools to help you keep the brain sharp, the body steady, and the future still yours to enjoy. We've covered 7 simple swaps. Each one is easy to remember, simple to practice, and powerful in protecting your independence. Now I want you to imagine yourself 10 years from today. Do you see yourself walking freely into the store, lifting a basket, and enjoying life on your own terms? Or do you see yourself waiting for someone else to help with the smallest tasks? The choices we make right now decide which picture becomes real. Independence is not about luck. It's about daily habits, small steps that keep your brain sharp, your balance steady, and your freedom intact. So here's my question for you. 10 years from now, do you want to be independent or dependent? If you choose freedom, type the word independent in the comments and share one habit you're starting today. Maybe drinking water before a walk, maybe standing up slowly, maybe breathing out while lifting. Your comment might inspire someone else to make the same choice. And if you found this helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more simple, science-backed tips to protect your health and independence. Remember, this video is for education only and does not replace medical advice. Always check with your doctor before making changes to your routine. Here's to living the next 10 years, not just longer, but freer, stronger, and truly independent.